Good afternoon, everybody. This is your boy D Mac, and I want to go and talk about this Boosie thing for a little bit because we have a whole bunch of people all over this internet world and all over the YouTube streets talking about this whole Duke the Jeweler situation that took place in Houston. And so my thing is this: if everybody is coming, because I live in Texas, I live about 3 hours away from Houston, and I'm gonna tell you how Texas get down because everybody's saying that we're so suspicious and Boosie so suspect, and he was. Now I'm gonna tell you like this: Texas is grimy. You come down here and you got something that can be taken and somebody can come up off of, then they gonna run your pockets and they gonna do it by any cost necessary. So this is one thing that I want to put out there first and foremost to lay the foundation of why I believe Boosie ain't had nothing to do with that like that. First and foremost, Boosie not from Texas. Boosie is not from here. Boosie get love in certain parts of Texas, but if you remember back right shortly after Mo 3 got killed, Boosie was down here trying to show some love for Mo 3 up in the Dallas area, and Boosie got shot too. So it's a bunch of niggas that run around in Texas, don't care who you are. You an opportunity. You a straight opportunity to them. And if let's see, they said that allegedly, right after he talked to Boosie, he left out. I'm talking about Duke the Jeweler. He left out, and then he went to his car, and they was like, well, why was his car so far away from the venue? Because maybe it was a whole lot of people there, and there wasn't no parking close up, just like any other event you go to. Duh. That's very simple logic right there. So that debunks that whole thing. Oh, he was part way. It's suspicious he was part way out there. No, it's not. When you got a whole lot of people at an event that Boosie Boo is at, you know it's going to be a lot of people there, and people going to get there early, and you're going to have to park way in the back somewhere. Period. He coming from out of town. This brother coming from where? Chicago? Something like that. Yes, man. So that whole concept of why he was part way out there, that ain't suspicious. That's just there was a lot of people there and the parking lot was crowded, so he couldn't get a close spot. Period. Did nobody know who was going to win the dice game? So who would set up security for somebody? And why is that Boosie responsibility? Yeah, it was probably his dice game, but it ain't his responsibility to protect whoever coming up out of there. If you know you coming to a place to where you could withstand and be walking away with a lot of money, you got to make sure that you protect it and not caught lacking out there. That's not Boosie. That's not Boosie's. That's not his priority. That's not his responsibility. You know what I'm saying? You choose to come to places on your own accord. If you go to the club and you wearing a whole bunch of jewelry and got a whole bunch of money and you get shot up at the club, is it that club owner's fault? No. That's your fault. You got lacking at the club because somebody was watching your pockets and watching what you had on. So to try to make it seem like Boosie was obligated to protect this dude and have security to escort him to his vehicle and all, no, that's something that he should have made sure that he had. Because let's think, he's a jeweler. He came there with a bunch of jewelry on to advertise his jewelry and possibly sell some pieces and network and stuff like that. So the brother had on a lot of gold, a lot of diamonds you can expect. So just that in itself right there sets you up to be a target, especially in H-Town. And then you look into the fact of, yeah, go ahead and let it up. Yeah, my godson's coming over. So take that into consideration. Then you look at the fact of anybody could have won the dice game. Anybody could have came up out of there with that money. So anybody would have been that same target had they put themselves in that same position and didn't protect themselves and move the way that they should have. And so to say that it was a setup and boot, no, it wasn't no setup. Them dudes knew what was going on there, and they knew that the potential to get some money was right there in front of them. So that's all you got to do is send a couple of your people up in there, maybe a couple females, because females always get people guard down, especially us men in an environment like that. And they casing the joint, and they seeing who got the money and who's making the money and who got that bag at the end to come out. And all it takes is a phone call. Yeah, so and so won this, so and so got that. He gonna be coming out in a second. Y'all pull up, do what you gotta do, and it is what it is. This is Texas, bro. Niggas out here is grimy. We ain't all about that talking. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that there's no flex or nothing like that. I'm just letting you know, if you come to the K, which is Khalid, and you think you're going to come down here with all that drip on and you're going to be out here flexing and clean, you'll be flexing for exactly 1 hour. I guarantee you'll be flexing in the K for 1 hour before people start making moves, before people start setting up a plan to get you. You're not coming here with that. When people out here struggling and people out here going from day for their meals and stuff like that, you're not gonna come out here with all of that and think you're not gonna be you're gonna be an opportunity for them. And so to say that somebody from Baton Rouge who has already been shot up here in Texas, because like I said, shortly after Mo 3 got killed and Boosie came out here to show some love, they shot Boosie ass. So what make you think Boosie got some pull to be protecting anybody in Texas like that? And then you take it to this side, because it said Jay Prince was there. If anybody would have any pull to protect anybody in Houston, it would be Jay Prince. So why is everybody singling out Boosie for this? Why is everybody trying to put the responsibility on Boosie for this? Boosie can't control what go on in Houston. Boosie can't control what go on in Dallas, Fort Worth, Killeen, or any other part of Texas, Austin, any other part of Texas. So why is everybody trying to put this on Boosie? It seemed like ever since Boosie had his run-in with Lil Nas X and spoke his mind about Dwayne Wade's family, Boosie been going down that same path as a Cat Williams or a Eddie Griffin or any of these guys who are not afraid to speak their mind for real, for real. We ain't talking about that fake ass woke people who like to manipulate words and try to make it seem like they with the people. No, it's the ones that say what they gotta say, whether it rub your ass right or the wrong way. And you see what happens to those people. And that's exactly what Boosie going through. So this right here was an opportunity for them to try to drop that shit in his lap. And I'm a champion for the underdog, always have been. I hate to see people being done wrong and everybody jumping on board with the shit just because it's the popular thing to do and don't even understand the agenda behind the shit and what you doing in a person's life. That's reckless as hell. And so I'm always going to be devil's advocate. I'm always going to look at the underdog a lot more closely. Same way I did with what's old boy name, Ari Spears. I'm not saying that the video he made was right, but I'm telling you right now, the way that they damn dogged that dude and the way that the whole comedy world jumped on that dude disappointed me big time, because regardless of whatever, that's one of their own. And the same way they was there fighting for Tiffany and backing Tiffany up, they should have backed Ari up. Yeah, that was a fucked up video to do, but still, we see what their intent was. But they tried to separate this shit. So I'm just saying, man, it's a lot that's going on out here in Texas. And if you come out here to Texas, you come out here to Texas at your own detriment, especially if you got a little bit of paper and you out here to do something that's going to display the fact that you got paper. You coming at your own detriment, because these little boys out here, they hungry. And we even got females out here that'll pop out on you. So think twice before you come to Texas playing and thinking it's just sweet like that. It ain't just sweet like that. Every turn that you go to is an opportunity for something to happen. And you know, We got other places like Chicago. They talking about having a purge in Chicago, and they talk about all of the violence in Atlanta and how this whole thing is starting to spread across the country. This has been the country from day one, though. You know what I'm saying? This has been the country from day one. It's just ramping up because I can remember a period in the 90s whenever NWA and Ghetto Boys and all those dudes first came out. Man, it was a surge in violence because that was the same time that the crack epidemic really hit the hood and really started blowing up. And so those combinations together with the music just caused a ripple effect. And man, it was people dying by droves, same at the same rate that it is right now. So it ain't like we haven't never experienced this before. Y'all just now experiencing this. I've experienced this shit before. I went through the damn Rodney King riot, beating days, and all of that shit like that. I've experienced all of this shit before. This is like deja vu to me. So when I see somebody up in Houston and they got a whole lot of money, if he won the pot at the dice game and he got all of that money, you know what I'm saying? Bottom line is, I'm going to ask, hey man, you got somebody that can escort me out here, or you know what I'm saying? You got the thing on you? You got to bring somebody with you to that venue that's going to be able to watch your back, especially if you don't have no partners up in there like that. That was careless. That was very careless. Anytime you're dealing with money issues in this country, you better make sure you have eyes in the back of your head, because somebody is going to be gunning for that bag if they see an opportunity to get it. And there's a lot of people out here who fail to understand that and realize that, and they want to throw Boosie name up into that going hat. For what? How? Oh, he's selling his cars. He's selling some of his cars now. Yeah, that's the word on the streets. But did you also know that he offered to hire Tiffany Haddish because Tiffany Haddish got on TV and on media and said she done lost everything? So the brother can't be hurting too bad if he willing to hire Tiffany Haddish, and we know what type of money Tiffany Haddish was making, so he can't make no lowball offer to her. You don't know what that man's selling his vehicles for. You don't know what that man got going on in his life. He's willing to share certain things. And then another point to the matter is, if you have somebody taken out, what's going on, Lovey? Blessing to see you. And if you planning on taking somebody out, if you planning on robbing the person that won the money, and so you can recoup that back, then why would you, right before they left with that money, take a picture with them? Not just take a picture, but a video with them, linking yourself to that person, if you know that you're going to have this person killed and take that bag. Anybody who has any bit of sense is going to know that you're going to want to distance yourself from the victim, distance yourself from the scene of the crime, and all of that, so that you won't even have to be bothered with that headache, because we know how the judicial system is towards black men, and any damn string that they can get to pull concerning Boosie Badass, you know they gonna jump all over that shit. And so if he's gonna, why would he bring that type of heat on himself when he already has a magnifying glass on him from the LGBT community? That don't make no sense. That's not adding up. That 2 plus 2 is not equaling 4. Somehow that shit is equaling 17. So Boosie, and this dude is a street dude. Boosie ain't no damn scholar. He ain't never claimed to be no scholar. He's a smart brother, and he's a street dude. He ain't gonna get in there and be slipping like that. Come on, y'all give that man more credit than that. Give that man more credit than that. But yeah, you're gonna distance yourself from the person who you planning to murder. And then the the reports are saying that it was $1 million in that bag that was stolen. Boosie said he's selling his cars. He's trying to get up $1 million. To me, in my logic, that would sound like I'm trying to replace to this man's family what was lost with his life. That's the least that I could do. It's my venue. You know what I'm saying? He lost his life at my venue and lost that money that was obviously going to go to his family and help his family out. So the least that I can do is build this up and you know, get these funds so I can low key slide that to his family. Yeah, anybody can get out and do a GoFundMe, but then people be like, who gonna do a GoFundMe for a dude who made jewelry? He got money and ain't nobody gonna do that. But they don't know what the situation was. And so there's so many different variables that play into this and so many different allegations that's going to float around until this thing unfolds. And when it unfolds, as usual, all of these damn cyber detectives is going to fall to the wayside and look stupid. You know, I wouldn't defend myself against the bullshit. That's why fame isn't in the cards for me. Being famous and being out in the public eye is not in the cards for me because I wouldn't give a damn about what people thought. I wouldn't apologize for shit. All of those things that people do to try to keep that bag going and trying to keep that stream of revenue for them in that industry. All of those things I would definitely not do, and I would fall off very quick if I did happen to get my little 5 minutes of fame. It wouldn't even be 5 minutes. It'd probably be 3.5 minutes because I fall off real quick because I'm not willing to play that game with them. But you know, some of them are. They have a lot of responsibilities and they've set a standard for themselves. Boosie was rich before he came into the rap game off of that dope money. And so he has a certain standard of life that he is used to. His children have a certain standard of life that they are used to. He talked about it the other day when he was talking about his son Tootie and versus his other children. He was like, you know, Tootie, my oldest, and he was raised up rough. I raised him wrong. It take a man to realize that they imparted a lot of error teaching into their child and then to try to go back and work it out. So I respect that man for that. You know what I'm saying? He said that straight out of his mouth. But there's a lot of people out here who are willing to take this narrative of Boosie being involved in this man losing his life because that's the better story. That's the story that's going to get more headlines. That's the story that's going to sell. That title right there is going to run the numbers up and get sucked up in the algorithm. I hate this. I hate what capitalism does to our country. I really, truly, with a passion, hate what capitalism does to our country. It breeds some of the greediest, grimiest, dirtiest motherfuckers you ever see in your life. That's what capitalism does. That's the byproduct of capitalism. To say that I can't say that socialism is any better, because there's the pros and cons that comes with each thing that we introduce into our life. Everything that we have in our life, there's pros and cons to it. You can't name one thing that you experience or go through in your life that doesn't have pros and cons. This man losing his life because he was lacking at a game, a high money game. So many different people in there that could have been involved in that. And like I said, you in Houston, they getting pockets up there. They getting money up there. They taking up there. They doing everything. You come to Houston, you're going to be a potential lick. Everybody, anybody can get it. And I'm pretty sure Jay Prince, everybody from Rap A Lot will tell you that. A lot of so-called rap artists around here, they trying to find a way to fund their next project. They trying to find some money so they can get some studio time. And they will go out here and blow somebody brains out so they can get a bag to go to the studio and make a song about how they blew that person brains out to get on. And they'll get on. Ask TK. Ain't that his name? TK, K-Tech? What? Yeah, the little dude that made that song, The Race. That dude made a song about being on the run while he was on the run, and that shit went viral. These little dudes is out here doing any and everything to make a name for themselves. Boosie is already established, been established for decades. But y'all would rather look to Boosie and say he's in a more dire straight situation than all of these up and coming hungry ass local ass rappers who trying to find that thing that's gonna get them on. That's y'all logic. That's what y'all thinking. I'm damn sure glad y'all not in the police department up there. I'm glad y'all not no detectives or nothing like that, because a lot of these different ideas that I've heard from people and all of these different allegations that's loosely being thrown out here is some baby back bullshit. Straight baby back bullshit. Yo, Boosie, I understand, man. I feel it every time you come to Texas, man. It seems like some fugazi shit happening, bro. So whenever Boosie stop coming to Texas, y'all niggas gonna try to act like, oh, Boosie don't fuck with Texas. I wouldn't fuck with you either. I came one time. First, you done shot my artist. I come back again to show my artist some love and show the people some love that I'm here. Niggas shoot me. I come back again, have a little event to try to damn boost something up in Houston. Y'all shoot the damn jeweler. Why the hell would Boosie come back to Texas? Hell, I'm from Texas and I want to leave this bitch right now. Y'all get y'all mind together and stop speaking on shit y'all don't know about. If y'all don't know about Texas culture and how they get down out here in these streets, keep your damn your speculations to yourself. Because that's all it is a speculation. And it's not based on any type of facts. It's just based on guessing. What they feel, what they think. What you heard. No. You got to understand this Texas culture. You got to understand these young boys out here in the streets, because these boys ain't number 15, 16 years old. Most of these dudes that's getting locked up, whenever these murders happen, with these rappers and all of that stuff like that, these dudes that get locked up is still in their teens or in their early 20s, and they still haven't developed fully in their mind. And so they don't even understand the magnitude of the shit that they doing, because they be so drugged out on pills, on meth, on exos, on coke, on whatever. Methamphetamine, heroin, you name it. They drugged out. They out here trying to get that bag, and they gonna do whatever comes in their mind. It seems like a good idea. And I'm telling you now, when you on cocaine, a lot of stupid ass shit seems like a brilliant idea to you. So you just got to realize all of the different things that going into this. It's not just a cut and dry thing to where he showed up to Boosie venue and then Boosie set him up. If that was the case, then Boosie was planning to set up whoever won that bag. Because nobody can foretell the future and know who's going to win at the dice game or who's going to win this money gambling and shit like that. Nobody can tell that future. And so basically you got to say he was willing to rob any and everybody in there, whoever won that damn bag. And so that would be a lot of coordination on his part, and that would be a lot of implication, and that would bring all of the attention on him, as it already is, when he already have a magnifying glass on him, because the LGBT community did not forget. They got a long ass memory, and they waiting for any opportunity that they can to them shine a spotlight on some shit that Boosie is doing, so they can shut his ass down completely. So why then, knowing that, would he go out and now set himself up in this type of way? Nah, that ain't no street nigga. Y'all trying to act like Boosie done forgot how it is to move in the streets. Y'all acting like Boosie done forgot what it is to be a street nigga and how to carry yourself and conduct yourself. And he from the old school street nigga, so he still got a code of conduct. Yeah, I'm going to bat for a dude that I don't know, but I'm going to bat for a dude that I don't know based on the facts, not some damn speculations. Because I have a foundation to start from because I know the Texas culture, especially out here in these streets and the things that people are willing to do to get your money. So I don't care, man. It's gonna drag on for a little bit, and they gonna keep on until they try to get that man to do something to really get himself in a jam that he won't be able to buy his way out of. Because he's very resilient, he's very resourceful. That's why he damn selling them cars now. We just seen he got pulled over twice. His son got pulled over with he was involved, his son Tootie was involved with that shit with T.I.'s son. So this dude got bills that's coming. He got court fines and court costs of his own and for his son that he gotta pay for. That shit costs money. So him out there selling two of his cars, that shit don't mean that he damn hurting for money like that. But he do have a lot of shit that's coming up, and he probably lost out on a lot because of the jeweler getting killed at his venue, and it probably caused a couple of other spots to back out from deals that he had in the works because they don't want that hazard. Especially with all of this shit that's swirling around the internet about him being involved in it. So yeah, that man got to make some moves. He probably do got to sell a couple of his cars. But for y'all to take that and run with it and make it seem like he doing that, oh, that's sneaky, that's suspect. He hurting for money, so that just proved that he damn took that money from Duke the jeweler. Y'all sound stupid as shit. I'm sorry to say it like that, but that's what it is. You sound stupid as shit. I can't think of many things that are dumber than shit. So you got to really be working hard at your stupidity for you to be stupid as shit. But that's where we are right now, because these are the things that I'm reading. These are the things that I'm hearing. And simple logic. I just sat here. I've been on here for 27 minutes. 27 minutes and 38, 39, 40 seconds to be exact. And I've debunked every single one of those dumbass speculations that came out within less than 30 minutes. And these things been going on for the last couple of days, and nobody has the state of mind to say, nah, that don't sound right. No, that's not logical. Well, it did. Bro, always think before it becomes illegal. Eddie Griffin said that a long time ago, one of his comedy series, and this is why I respect Eddie Griffin as one of the OG comedians, because his comedy was not just punchlines. He told a story. He had a message in every one. He dropped jewels in every one. And that's a jewel that he dropped that I'll never forget. That, and he also said this, that no black man is going to leave the entertainment industry unstained, without a stain on his name. No black man is going to leave a long-term career in entertainment with a squeaky clean image. And thus far, he's been absolutely right. And so I just wanted to put that out there so that people understand this world is a dangerous place. This world is a crazy place. You have to always ask questions, and don't just take that first allegation or that first claim that's put out there as the law and as the truth. Go do some research on stuff, break stuff down, and really rightly divide what is being said so that you can now have a better determination of what is being said and what is really being said, because oftentimes you're gonna have to read between the lines. People speaking a lot of parables and codes nowadays because they too chicken shit to be direct and call people out directly like they should. So you have to read between the lines a lot now. And I'm just putting this cautionary tale out there for everybody, because there's a lot of manipulation going on in this media, and we know it very well. But yet and still, whenever it comes to situations like this, we fail to remember that when considering the situation at hand. So just keep that stuff in mind. Love you. I appreciate you coming in, checking out me babbling for a minute. But I definitely just had to get that off my chest, because I'm tired of motherfuckers out here doing all of this sneaky ass shit when it comes down to people. And then whenever the person get cleared, they act like they had their back and all of that shit. Like, I hate them fake ass people like that. They did Ari Spears like that. They gonna do Boosie like that. And the shit is I see why certain people stay to themselves. I see why Donald Glover stay to himself. You know what I'm saying? I see why the baby stay to himself. I see why Lil Baby stay to himself. I see why Kendrick Lamar don't even come the fuck outside. I wouldn't come outside either. Y'all motherfuckers are treacherous. Shit. But this is your boy D-Mac, man. Y'all know what I say. Sticks and stones can break your bones, but the word can always heal you. I'm out, man.